Fuck yeah, motherfuckers. Decerebration right there, man. Let's call them right the fuck up right now and see what the fuck is going on in their world, man. Hello? Hello, Julian. What the fuck? He hung up on us. Alright, let's try that again.
Hey, what's up?
Hey, Julian, dude, what's going on, man?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm doing great, man. Thank you for asking. So tell us, man, what is going on in the world of Decerebration?
Well, first of all, Merry Christmas to everyone from Quebec.
Thank you.
We just released Photo Scars, and it's our new album. We're pretty proud of it, and it's brand new for us because we haven't released any new songs for 20 years, and it's great.
Wow, 20 years, man. What the fuck happened?
Well, fun story. The first time we made contact, me and the boys, it was Christmas Eve 1992. So 29 years ago. And so basically we started a cover band, and then we moved on to Decerebration, and we ran until 98, I guess. We put out a couple of demos and albums, and in 98 we took a break, but in 2009 we decided to start a Facebook page and put some old school videos on it and some songs, and we got a good response. So what we did was, in 2013, we re-recorded some demo songs, and we put out an album called Respond, which was a compilation of our songs, early songs. And in 2015, we decided to re-record our album, Decerebration, that was released in 98. Afterwards, we played shows and stuff, and we wrote new material, and it's Follow the Scars.
Hell yeah, man. Well, fuck yeah, dude. I'm glad you guys did, man, because this shit is bad fucking ass, man. You know, first thing I saw when I opened up the email and I saw the promo, I saw the album cover, man. This album cover is fucking awesome. I was like, what the fuck is this? So I clicked it and listened to it, and I'm like, yeah, dude, let's get this on here, man. Can you tell us about the album cover?
The album cover, basically, it was done by Rudy Gorging Suicide in Indonesia, and it's meant to represent what we want to showcase in Follow the Scars, which is the things we went through for the past 20 years. So it's a guy that's entered his own mind, and he's got to let go of the past, and there's ghosts around him, and that's the main thing of the cover.
Nice. So tell us about this music, man. Can you give us like a breakdown of like what are some of the song lyrics and stuff like about?
Well, this when we were kids, we wrote songs that we thought were good death metal songs, and the lyrics, you know, there were death metal lyrics. But on this one, I mean, we've evolved as musicians and as persons, and wanted to write about the things we experience in our lives and the positivity that surrounds it, right?
Mm-hmm.
So they're not typical death metal lyrics. They're like positive lyrics that, and yourself, you're responsible for your own life, and let go of the past, and and grow from the fucking bad things that happen in your life.
Yeah. Yeah. Fuck yeah, man. That's badass, dude. For the gearheads out there that are wondering how did you guys get these heavy, crushing sounds, man? Because the production on this is amazing. Can you tell us like some of the gear that you use, like guitars and amps and stuff like that?
Basically, what we did was record the guitars and the bass on Cubase during COVID and at each other's house. I use a Gibson Flying V. The other guitarist uses a Fender Stratocaster. Our bassist uses a LTD bass with active pickups. And once we recorded the tracks, we gave them to our friend at the studio, and he gave us that sound, man. And I remember in '94 recording a demo on tapes. And right now, what you can do in 2021, just from your own computer, is awesome.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I mean, like it's totally different what we can do now versus back in those days, man. Speaking of that, like how does that feel, man? Like what do you think about that? Like as far as like how far technology has come and brought us to be able to put music out at this caliber.
Well, it's insane, man. When we started, we had to book studio time, and that costs a lot of money for teenagers.
Yeah.
And I mean, you made a mistake on your track, and the guy had to cut the tape and tape it together, and it was insane. But now you're from your own house, on your own computer, you can be in your underwear, fucking tracking guitars, and it's fine. And obviously it costs a lot less money, and that's fine. And once you go into post-production, mixing and mastering, the whole technology is crazy. I mean, getting a sound like we did on this album 20 years ago would have cost like thousands and thousands of dollars.
Mm-hmm.
That's crazy. And one thing I want to say is that we used to trade tapes through the mail.
Yeah.
Yeah, right? And I mean, you were hoping for someone to listen to your stuff and then forward it to somebody else. But now you can have your music everywhere, like on Spotify, Apple's, iTunes. It's crazy.
Yeah, man. Fucking, it's automatic. Like you upload it to all these fucking different platforms now, and like it just spreads like fucking. It's crazy, man. It's fucking awesome, dude. I love it, man. You know, it's so cool because there's so many underground bands that are coming out constantly and putting out new music, and the sound quality is really good, and you can't tell the difference really sometimes from what's recorded at home and what's recorded in some fucking $1,000 fucking studio, you know.
Like everything you hear on the album is digital. Even during shows, our drummer uses a V drum, a rolling V drum. It's so easy. I mean, you get to the venue, you plug in the drum, and that's it. And I know people, they're not sure when they see the V drum, but when we start playing, they don't care.
Yeah, for sure, man, for sure. So, well, speaking of live shows, man, can you give us a description, like, for people out there that have never seen you guys live? What can they expect at a live show?
Fucking energy, man. Our songs are meant to get the crowd going. Fucking a circle pit, people jumping up and down. and that's what we get every show. But like right now in Canada and Quebec, there's a lockdown, and we had shows scheduled, and we can't play them now. But we just can't wait to get back to live shows, man.
Yeah, hell yeah. Well, I got some questions for you from the listeners. Vicky, she wants to know, how many instruments can you play in your underwear?
I'm gonna say guitar and some piano.
Hell yeah, man. So tell us, like, if you guys could play at any show with anybody, if you could open up for any band in the world, who would you want to open up for?
Oh man, good question. I'm gonna have to go with Suffocation, man.
Fuck yeah.
They were the reason they were the reason we got into death metal in the first place, in Cannibal Corpse, I guess. And we played with them in the 90s. But Suffocation is special, man.
Hell yeah. Looking back on your like, as far as like what got you into music, what are some of your influences? Like, what are some of the first records that you listened to?
My dad was pretty influential. I remember as a kid, he bought me all different albums like Pink Floyd, and in the 80s he bought me like Bon Jovi, Poison, like glam rock shit. But at school, my best friend listened to Metallica. So my first metal thing I've heard is Master of Puppets.
Yeah.
And when I heard the intro, I was like, this is what I want to do. I want to play guitar. I want to be a metal musician. Then afterwards, I remember in high school, my friend brought me Eden Back to Life, Cannibal Corpse. I was like, that is the shit. That is what I want to do. And after that, Sepultura, Death, Deicide, and that's it, man.
It's almost exactly like my story, man. Like, you know what? That's how I got started too in the early '80s, was with the glam rock and stuff like that. And then I remember when Metallica came out, and was that Video for One came on MTV, and I saw that. I was like, what the fuck is this? It was black and white. They were pissed off looking. They were headbanging. It was heavy. And I was like, man, this is fucking metal. Like, what the fuck? And then after that, Slayer, and like you said, Deicide, Sepultura, all that stuff, man. Hell yeah.
And I remember when Justice came out, I was at a bus stop waiting for the bus, and there were a bunch of girls with a Walkman on. Remember the yellow Sony Walkmans?
Yeah. I used to have
they were singing the chorus to one. I was like, what is that? And it was Metallica. I was like, so good. And I'm like, and yeah, so yeah, that's basically my history for metal.
Man, I remember when I was a little kid, dude, in the 80s, and I was going down the street on my fucking skateboard, and there was some older kids than me that were standing on the street corner, and they both had Metallica shirts on, and I saw them, and I was looking at them, I was like, man, these guys are cool, man. You got the long hair and fucking metal shirts on. I'm like, and I looked at them, and I was like, hey, man, you guys like Metallica? And they were like, they just started laughing. But at the time, like, I had never heard anybody say the name of the band, so I had just read it in magazines and stuff like that. I didn't know, I thought it was called Metallica. They were like, God, look at this fucking kid.
But I'm going to say one of my favorite metal bands as I grew up and music-wise is Suicidal Tendencies.
Yeah, dude.
that's a top-notch band.
What's your favorite album from Suicidal, man?
Oh, I Cannot Laugh Tomorrow.
Hell yeah, dude. Mine has got to be Lights, Camera, Revolution, man. That was the one that fucking broke me, dude, right there. But yeah.
Oh, I love that album, man.
Fucking Mike Muir, dude. Hell yeah, man. Hell yeah. Those albums still stand up to today, too. Like, I can still listen to them, you know. If I'm scrolling through Spotify and I'm driving around and I fucking see Suicidal Tendencies, I'll put it on, dude.
Yeah. I mean, Lights Camera was awesome. I've listened to it like a million times. Personally, I'm stuck in the 90s when it comes to metal, right? It's like...
There was so much good stuff.
Yeah. Every time I want to listen to music, I go back to that day, you know, and the bands and stuff, so...
Yeah, a lot of people cry and fucking say, you know, like the 90s killed fucking metal. I'm like, what the fuck are you talking about?
No.
That's when Sepultura and Deicide and Pantera and fucking Slayer and all that stuff was fucking crushing it. I mean, you know, like, you know, and even other stuff like Typo Negative and just different stuff like that was going on, man.
Typo Negative. Oh, I love them so much. I saw them with Pantera in 95 for the what was the name of the album for that tour. It was fucking awesome, man.
I think it was it Bloody Kisses or
yeah that album, but Pantera was Far Beyond Driven.
Yeah man,
that was an awesome show, man.
What was that show like, man? Tell us about it.
It was crazy, man. It was at the Hockey Coliseum in Quebec, and people went fucking crazy, man.
Hell yeah.
But Typo Negative, I got into them with Slow, Deep, and Hard, their album.
Yeah.
That was fucking awesome.
It was, dude. You know what? I had Sal on the show a couple months ago to interview him about his new band. And but we were talking about Slow, Deep, and Hard and the origin of Feces and all that stuff, man. It was really cool, man. Fucking
So Deep and Hard. I must have listened to that album 1,000 times. I love it so much, man.
Such a killer band.
Yep.
All right, so coming up next, man. What's coming up for the future of Decerebration? What do you guys have planned?
Well, basically, COVID fucked it up for us up here because the government just got us on lockdown and they closed the bars and stuff. We had shows scheduled and that's not happening. So I don't know when that's gonna happen, but you know, we plan on probably do a tour of Quebec. Some other shows, maybe in Ontario. Well, I mean, we'll see. But, I mean, I've started writing new music, and so, I mean, COVID fucked it up, like, in a bad way. So,
man, this fucking COVID shit's fucking crazy, dude. Like, it just keeps going back and forth, you know, like, one minute you think everything's cool and everything's opening up and we're getting back to normal, and then next thing you know, boom, they're shutting everything down again. It's like, what the fuck, man?
Yeah, well, in Quebec, they gave us some hope in the summer and the fall. Then there was fucking new variant, and then everybody stay home, lockdown. And I mean, I'm not even sure we can practice.
Jesus.
Yeah, so fuck the government. I wanted to say that.
Fuck them, man. Fuck them. Fuck them in the ass. Hey, I got some more questions for you coming in from the listeners. Secret Weapon wants to know, do you remember... What the fuck? He says, do you remember growing up on mushrooms? I don't know.
No, I've never done mushrooms. I've done a lot of things, but not mushrooms.
He also wants to know, have you ever landed your feet on Newfoundland, Canada? That's where he's from.
I've landed in Newfoundland once, coming back from Europe. That's it. I saw the airport.
Hell yeah. So I guess so are you guys gonna be able to record any new music, or I mean, I guess you don't really know, like it's just all up in the air, huh?
I mean, we're getting good response with Follow the Scars, so it's kind of motivating to write new music, and that's what I'm doing, and we're writing new music, so. But I just wish we were able to play shows. I mean, if we were an American band in the US, we wouldn't have this problem. But in Canada, it's a fucking lockdown. I mean, you can't do anything. So,
yeah.
I mean, we're stuck with writing new music, and that's fine, I guess.
Well, this fucking album is crushing it, dude. It's fucking badass. Everything I've heard so far. And like I said, it was the album art that originally made me want to click the link and go listen to it. And when I listened to it, I was like, yeah, dude, this is fucking badass, man.
Thank you.
Yeah, man, it's really, really good. As far as the band name, how did you guys come up with that? Is there a story behind it?
Yeah, there's a cool story behind it. When we started, we chose the name Infest, right? So we put out like a small demo under the name Infest, but we were told very shortly after, well, there's a band called Infest. So we're like, okay, we have to find a new name. So during practice, we were brainstorming names, and Decerebration came up. And we had this show with Gorguts like 2 weeks later. And we hadn't agreed on a name before the show, but during our set, the singer decided that our band name would be Decerebration. And he called it out to the crowd, okay, our new name is Decerebration. And I'm pretty sure the fucking crowd looked at. I was dumbfounded, man. I was like, "What the fuck? We didn't agree on that." But then the rest is history, I guess.
Well, it fucking fits, man. It's a cool name, and I love the logo, dude. It looks fucking badass too, man.
Thank you.
Hell yeah, dude. Hell yeah. All right, man. Well, I guess I'm about out of questions for you. Is there anything else you want to let the people know?
Look, man, thank you for supporting us, for liking our music, we're just dads playing fucking death metal and having fun, and when we see people liking our stuff, it's just so motivating to write new music and fucking keep the scene active and just support local bands and death metal rules, man.
Fuck yeah, dude. For anybody out there that wants to find out more information about you guys, buy some merch, buy a record, anything like that, where should they go? Where's the best place?
Okay, well, we have we have a band camp, so Decerebration band camp. You can find us Facebook, Decerebration. That's the best way. We got our album out. You can buy. We got shirts, new shirts. They're fucking awesome. Yeah, that's the best way to get in contact with us and talk to us. We write back. We love interacting with fans. It's fucking awesome.
Fuck yeah, dude. Fuck yeah. All right, man. Well, before I let you go, can I get you to make us a station tag?
Yes.
All right. Whenever you're ready, say something like, "This is Decerebration, and you're listening to Metal Devastation Radio."
Okay. This is Decerebration, and you're listening to Metal Devastation. Fuck yeah.
Fuck yeah, dude. Hell yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Well, what I'm going to do now is I'm going to blast some more Decerebration for these motherfuckers so they can go crazy, all right?
All right, man.
All right, brother. Thank you so much for taking the time to talk to us. And,
thank you for having us on your show, man. Thank you so much.
Hey, anytime, brother. We'll talk to you later.
All right, man.
Cheers.
Cheers.
There you have it, folks. Decerebration live on the motherfucking Zach Moonshine Show with Metal Devastation motherfucking radio. Like I said earlier, put your speakers in your windows, put them in your front lawns, put them in your driveways, put them in your neighbor's fucking front lawn. If you're living in the basement, duct tape your speakers to the fucking ceiling and crank it the fuck up loud as a fuck. Make everybody pissed off. I don't care if U-Haul's fucking closed tomorrow. Make them call them anyway, dude. If you don't see people trying to pack up their shit and move tomorrow, I don't know what the fuck you're doing, but you ain't cranking it up fucking loud enough. Not like I am. Crank it up.